just like a rose from the concrete. Valley of death, no palm trees. Yeah, how it works, that's what I speak. Trying to revive the dead like an IV. Just like a farmer, I just plant seeds. Till the harvest right and let the Lord reap. They strung us up and hung us on trees. Now we get the earth and the seven seas. Kingdom seekers heavenly, gospel what I'm peddling. When you at war, ain't no need for no pleasantries.
We're going to be programmed to keep the commandment of God, right? Go ahead.
It's the book of 1 Maccabees, chapter 2.
What's up, King?
Can I ask a question?
Yes, sir.
So, those people in Israel claiming to be Jews, not really Jews, right?
No.
I understand they took our heritage away from us, so we don't know who we are no more.
Right.
My question is, how did they convince all the other nations that they was the Jews?
Isaiah, give me Psalms 83. It's all prophecy in the Bible. Yeah, Jesus don't look like you, young man.
That's right.
Jesus looked like me. Yeah, exactly. Thank you. Thank you for being honest, white boy. Psalms 83. Yeah, Jesus don't look like y'all. He look like me, right? Jesus is a Negro. You went to the university. You believe Jesus looked like this? What he look like? Me, right? Why not? You said why not? What you mean, why not? It's just a yes or a no. It ain't what we want it to be, it's what it is. Right? So Psalms 83 and 2.
This is the book of Psalms, chapter 83 and verse 2. For lo, thine enemies make a tumult, and they that hate thee have lifted up the head.
So everybody has came together and made a conspiracy. That's what it means to make a tumult. It was a conspiracy against us. Read.
Verse 3. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people and consulted against thy hidden ones. They have said, come and let us cut them off from being a nation.
So that's what they did. They made us not be a nation. Read.
That the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance.
So now we're not going to remember who we are because they came together and conspired against us and allowed them to come and take our identity and nationality.
The second part of my question, so they know who we are.
Exactly.
We just the only one.
Exactly. Because think about this, bro. The Maccabees, right? Give me 1 Maccabees 1 and 60. And we was just going into that earlier, right? 1 Maccabees 1 and 60. Now, you know, during the time of the Maccabees, this day version of what it was like being under the rulership of the Greeks, which is Alexander, you know, Alexander the Greek. So our people actually have their own story and version of that, right? This is one of the things that they said that they was doing to them. So you know white people know about Alexander. They know about Titus Vespasian and all these other people, right? What you say?
No, it was a point where it was a Jewish lady on, it was like they was having like a meeting. And she said the most dangerous thing is the young black man in America. Like knowing that we come into ourselves and realizing who he is. So they already seeing the next 50 years we're gonna be a problem because we get back to this book.
Right. And read that, verse 6.
It's the book of 1 Maccabees, chapter 1, verse 60. At which time, according to the commandment, they put to death certain women, that they had caused their children to be circumcised.
So they was putting our women to death for circumcising their son. What they did was wanted them to stop keeping the commandments that we was actually following prior to them coming into power, right? Go ahead.
Verse 61. And they hanged the infants about their necks and rifled their houses and slew them that they had circumcised them. Verse 62. Howbeit, many in Israel were fully resolved and confirmed in themselves not to eat any unclean thing. Wherefore, they chose rather to die, that they might not be defiled with meats, and that they might not profane the holy covenant. So then they died, and there was a very great wrath upon Israel.
So they was actually burning our laws, statutes, and commandments that we was following, and actually killing us if we actually acted out on the commandments that we was following. So if they was doing that then, which is 300 AD, right? If they was doing this then, they for sure, damn sure know and smart enough to read this and understand that, damn, the only way we can keep the Jews down is if we keep them away from the commandments of God. And that's where the conspiracy came in. Because it's going to name the specific people through this conspiracy. Go back to Psalm. It's going to name the nations that's participating in it, right? Go ahead. Verse 5.
Verse 5. Blessed is the man whose strength is in thee.
No, 83. 83.
God, this is the book of Psalms, chapter 83 and verse 5. For they have consulted together with one consent. They are confederate against thee. The tabernacles of Edom.
Edom is the progenitor of the white race. So it's naming the people that's actually conspired against us. Edom, which is the progenitor of the white race. We can prove that through the Maccabees because the Timonese dynasty were the Greeks. You see what I'm saying? The people that came from the Timonese dynasty, which is one of the dukes of Esau. Duke is one of the sons of, or grandsons of Esau. This is how we know that they come from Esau. We can prove that, right? But you got Edom, read.
The tabernacles of Edom and the Ishmaelites.
Ishmael is the Arabians. So this is why they was like, hey, y'all come back to the land. Y'all, we Ishmael, y'all, you know what I'm saying? Isaac. You see what I'm saying? But they know they didn't come from Jacob. But they knew they came from Isaac because Isaac had two sons, Jacob and Esau. So Esau, boom, is the progenitor of the white race. Ishmael is the progenitor of the Arabians, right? Go ahead.
Edom, Ishmaelites of Moab.
It say Moab. Moab, if you look up the Moabite sarcophagus, I think that's how you say that, that's showing you who Moab is, which is the Chinese man, right? Go ahead.
Moab and of the Hagrids. Gebal and Ammon.
It said Gebal and Ammon, which are Hamitic nations. So you got the Sudanese people, you got the real Philistines, right, which are those dark races that's in Sudan. All of them conspired against us. The Canaanites, all of them conspired against us, right? So the other people that you see outside of Negroes in West Africa, those other dark races, those are Canaanites. The Bantu people and all those different people, group of people. Those are Canaanites. All of them conspired against us to make sure that we're not a nation again. You said what? Exactly. Those are the black people that put black people into slavery. We weren't, of course we're gonna have niggas that conform. You know what I'm saying? You even got niggas like that now conforming to the government. You see what I'm saying? But we had niggas conforming with the Canaanites, and the Canaanites was another dark race that put us into slavery in West Africa and sold us to the white man. So that's what's going on, bro, and this is why we don't know who we are as a nation of people. So hopefully that answered your question. All praise to the Most High, right? So where we was at prior to that, I had you reading something. Or did I have you reading something? You was in Isaiah 65? Or?
I'm from Villa River, from the country, Carroll County.
All praise. What's your ethnicity?
Colombian and black.
Colombian. Is your dad Colombian?
Yeah, and my mom black.
Your mom black. So did you know that the Colombians actually go back to the tribe of Asher? Do you know where the
Asher, yeah.
So all praises. So you know Asher is one of the 12 sons of Jacob.
12 tribes of Israel, yeah.
All praises. So you know you're an Israelite?
Yeah, I'm a child of Ogun and SU.
What's that? What's that?
I'm a child of Ogun and SU. Elegua, the seven African powers, the Orisha, is 401 deities and all. You know, mine is Ogun and
so you worship two gods?
SU. Nah, I worship God Almighty, Oludumare, but you know, God assigned everybody a Risha. You got one, everybody got one.
Oh, okay, like an angel. Like Risha is an angel.
Yeah, like an angel.
Okay.
You go to the Ephah temple, you get a reading done, see who got your head.
I see what you believe in now.
Yeah.
My big brother, he more studied in it because he Haitian. And you know, Haitians got the same thing similar with that, right? But this is the problem with that, right? At the end of the day, we created that in West Africa, right? Voodoo, all of that is similar to it. We created that, but it was based off this principle. Give me Deuteronomy 33. And I'm gonna show you why the principle that you're going with, I get it, but we used it.
It's the same God in the Bible.
No, I'm agreeing with you. I'm agreeing with you, but I'm gonna show you where we went wrong with that, right? And why we gotta come back to the Bible, right? Give me Deuteronomy 33 and give me verse 8.
All right, God, this is the book of Deuteronomy chapter 33 and verse 8. And of Levi he said, let thy Thummim and thy Urim.
So it said, let thy Thummim and my Urim, right? That is what they use in order to do a certain ritual. So for an example, in voodoo, you know, they got those certain rituals and certain tools that they use in order to reveal certain things. God actually gave that to Levi as a gift, but the problem is the Levites used it on the wrong hand side. And this is where we get voodoo and, you know, everything else that we've been using in order to.
This stuff, like, but this was all we had when they brought us the slave masters.
Right.
They brought us to the Caribbean.
Right.
This how we fought our slave masters. This how, like, the Haitians. This how they gained. They were the
Right.
first black free nation.
Right. They helped y'all.
They used OGUN. They used SU.
No, but they
slave masters.
But no, they didn't though. They actually was Catholic still. That's why after they didn't conquer them.
The reaches behind the Catholic saints because they couldn't be seen worshiping they folks by the slave masters.
No, I understand that. I understand the history. Well, this is what I'm saying. The main people were still into Catholicism. This is why once they actually gained their independence, they was allowing white people to come back and overtake them again. Right. Even in Colombia, you feel me? Yeah. Because they was into Catholicism. They weren't actually believing in the Bible. It was the Catholic religion.
And it's a completely separate.
Exactly, from the Bible. Yeah. So this is what I'm saying. The ideology in which you practice it now is from the Bible, but the Most High allowed Levi to have their gift, and he actually gave it to the other nations to practice. But we practice it on the left-hand side. You see what I'm saying? So in order for us to come out of the conditions that we in, we got to come back to who we originally were and use it for the right purpose. You feel me? But we're using it for the wrong purpose right now. And it's leading us to go into idolatry. You feel me? So this is why we got to come back to the Bible, because I'm going to show you something. Give me
this shit be protecting, man. If you want to do this, bro, don't watch, man. They would lock me up.
But that's what you feel, but I'm finna show you something, though. Because there are certain things that you avoid now that you're thinking, but it's other things that we can't avoid due to the curses that we broke for misusing the things that the Most High gave us. So let me show you. Deuteronomy 28, start at verse 45.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse.
It's gonna be on the next page.
45.
Yeah, right there.
Moreover, all these curses shall come upon thee and pursue thee and overtake thee.
So there's a covenant that we made with God, right? Us people like Asher, Judah. I'm Judah, you Asher, right? So we were under a contract with God. I'm finna read the contract, right? Go ahead.
And overtake thee till thou be destroyed, because thou hearkenest not unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to keep his commandments and his statutes which he command thee.
So it said we were supposed to keep the commandments. So when Levi was actually utilizing the Thummim and the Urim, it was to identify certain things due to the commandments. You see what I'm saying? It was to reveal certain things that we didn't have the answer to, and the Most High gave them that ability.
You got a business card?
Yeah. We got right there. Boom, I got the die card too, but that'll be cool. But you can look us up on SICARII as well. We got a school out here. You can come chop it up with us and everything. You see what I'm saying? All praises. So I'm gonna finish this off right quick. Go ahead.
Verse 46. And they shall be upon thee for a sign and for a wonder, and upon thy seed forever.
So just like you using these to, as symbolism, he had these curses come on us as a sign. You feel me? Yeah. So keep going.
Verse 47, because thou servest not the Lord thy God with joyfulness and gladness of heart for the abundance of all things, therefore thou shalt serve thine enemies, which the Lord shall send against thee.
And that's why we still serving them. So the reason why none of the things that we practicing right now is protecting us is because we not keeping the laws, statutes, and commandments of God, like not hating one another. You still receive hate from your black and Hispanic brothers. You see what I'm saying? That can't block that. You see what I'm saying? Only coming back to the laws of God will block that. You feel what I'm saying? Then when you got, for an example, you got kids. You ain't got no kids. You got a girl, right? The contention that you might have between you and your girl and it not being a peaceful relationship, that's a curse within the Bible is too. Give me 54 right quick.
Verse 54. So that the man that is tender among you and very delicate, his eye shall be evil towards his brother.
So this is one of the curses. We got an evil eye towards each other. And a brother like me and you can identify that. So this is why we're able to step outside of this curse, because we understand that in order to reverse this curse, we have to keep the commandments and love one another, right? Go ahead.
And toward the wife of his bosom.
It said, and towards the wife. So this is why we got what's popular in our community, baby mama drama, single parent households. You see what I'm saying? Keep reading.
Fujiano, he said my baby mama ain't shit.
Yeah, you see what I'm saying? Baby mama ain't shit. She won't let me see my son. All of this is in that song is in this one verse, written thousands of years prior to it happening. Go ahead.
towards the wife of his bosom and towards the remnant of his children, which he shall lead.
So we known for having single parent households and stuff like that.
We living in a society that hate men, and we got to keep masculinity alive.
Exactly, bro. That's what's going on.
You know what I'm saying? They trying to teach men to be beta males, be simp, man. We alpha males, bro.
Exactly. Sigma males and alpha males.
Straight up.
Yeah, so that's what we got to come back to. But that's one of the things, the curses that happened where the men left the household and now the woman is up raising and being the backbone. The black, exactly, the black woman is the backbone of this nation.
See, let me tell you, man, I'm between me and you, brother. America gonna come to a civil war. America gonna divide. It's gonna be free America, then it's gonna be that liberal, satanic Democrat America.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Where they promote the LGBT and all that pedophile shit.
Yeah.
All the motherfuckers gonna die, man.
Right. Yeah, and that's in the Bible too, Isaiah 13.
No, look up the 3%ers. They got us labeled as white supremacy. We not white supremacy. We got Spanish, we got black, we got white, we got Asians.
Right.
And guess what? When the time comes, we gonna go to war with the government and we gonna goddamn. Then when they come for our guns, we gonna take their ass.
Yeah, and that's all in the Bible, bro. But that's
Stay strong, my brother.
you too. Hey, link up with us, bro.
I got you.
All right, praise to the Most High. Right, all praise to the Most High. So get that again in Deuteronomy 33.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 33, and verse 8. And of Levi, he said, Thy them and thy Urim be with thy Holy One, whom thou didst prove at the Massa, and with whom didst strive at the waters of Meribah.
Hey, give me Genesis 49, because Levi used the instruments of cruelty, right, and the Thummim and the Urim to actually create all of these West African religions. You see what I'm saying? For people to reveal certain things, you know what I'm saying, have certain blessings and curses come off them through all of that Thummim and the Urim, which is, you know, I forget the West African term from it, but it's a form of voodoo, right? This all came from the Bible at the end of the day, but it was used for the left-hand side. Right, go ahead.
It's the book of Genesis, chapter 49, and verse 5. Simeon and Levi are brethren. Instruments of cruelty are in their habitation.
So it said instruments of cruelty are in their habitations, right? You have the Santeria, you have the voodoo, right? These are instruments of cruelty along with the anger that they were cursed with, right? So they created a religion based on the Bible, but it was used on the left-hand side, right? We got to come back using it on the right-hand side. We got to actually come back to the law, statutes, and commandments and reveal the things that need to be revealed for righteousness' sake. Right. And that's the problem with their religion. That thing is not protecting him from going to jail. I just didn't want to tell him that. You see what I'm saying? At the end of the day, you're cursed, brother. That thing is more so holding you back versus protecting you. And this is what we got to understand, right? So read that again. And he made a good point how Levi was the first independent black country and went down there and freed them. So Levi then poured a lot of the traditions that they was actually practicing within their own land onto the northern kingdoms, brother. You see what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, this is how you know we the people of God, because in in Genesis 49, it said Levi would be scattered amongst the whole tribes. Read that.
Verse 5. Simeon and Levi are brethren. Instruments of cruelty are in their habitation. My soul, come not thou into their secret, unto their assembly. Mine honor be not thy united. For in their,
they said, be not thou united, right? Go ahead.
Be not thou united, for in their anger they slew a man, and in their self would they dig down a wall.
Keep going.
Verse 7. Cursed be their anger, for it was fierce, and their wrath, for it was cruel.
And it said what?
I will divide them in Jacob.
It said he will divide them in Jacob. This is how we know who the Israelites are. This is how we know the Colombians come from the tribe of Israel, because we can identify and realize where Levi is. Just look at what the traditions of a lot of these northern kingdoms practice, right? You got, of course, the Catholicism, Catholic Church, you know, say Christianity, etc., right? But you also have certain West African practices that they attach themselves to, right? Which come from the tribe of Levi. They went down and spread it throughout the whole nation, different ideologies that we now follow. Esau finished, cuz. That's ridiculous. Like, why do we have, that's hell to have to sit there and watch that. Like, I almost threw up. I already got a headache out here, man. Right? It's ridiculous, right? But this is how we know where the Israelites are. If we can identify where the Levites are, right, and the practices that they use, the Thummim and the Urim was only given to them. That was their gift. The other nations tried to take it and utilize it for their own benefit because they appropriate, especially Esau. Esau just appropriate any culture, right? So at the end of the day, this is how we know where the real Israelites are, because you're going to see a whole bunch of Haitian or the Benin amongst the whole tribe of Israel, right? So with that being said, give me Jeremiah 17:4.
It's the book of Jeremiah, chapter 17, verse 4. And thou, even thyself, shalt discontinue from thy heritage.
But we discontinued from our heritage, man, right? But the Most High still gave us sign to understand who we will be at the end, right? Where we will be at the latter days, man, right? He showed you through these prophecies on where you will be and how you will be acting through Genesis 49. But he said we discontinue from our heritage, the laws, the statutes, the commandments, the Torah, the Tanakh that was given to black people. We got to understand, black people, the Torah, we are the real Jews. The Torah was given to our forefathers. Give me that in Psalms 147 and 19.
Verse 4. And thou, even thyself, shalt discontinue from thy heritage that I gave thee, and I will cause you to serve thine enemies in the land which thou knowest not.
So it said we're going to serve our enemies in a land that we not know. And that's what happened to our forefathers. This is how you know this book is talking to our ancestors as far as this specific prophecy, right? He said we will serve our enemies in a land that we not know. We was on the west coast of Africa and got shipped here to America, bro. Right? We didn't know anything about America prior to us being enslaved and coming over here having to serve them, right? So this is how we know we are the real Jews, because it said the real Jews will be scattered, enslaved to a land that we not know in the land of our enemies, right? That's it on that? Go ahead.
This is the book of Psalms, chapter 147, verse 19. He showeth his word unto Jacob.
So he said he only showed his word to Jacob, right? Go ahead.
His statutes and his judgments unto Israel. He have not dealt so with any nation.
So no other nation will reveal his secrets. We received the prophecies, we received the word, we received the commandments, right, to become a great nation, but that was taken away from us, right? And it's time for us to come back to it. Y'all, black, y'all a couple? Y'all not? Y'all just friends? Understand we are the real Jews, though.
That's right.
Right? Black people are the real Jews. We are God's chosen people, man. These sisters, they're better than the other people, right? This is what we got to understand and identify. He only gave his word to us, Shalom God, right? He only gave his word to us, man, so it's high time for us to wake up and realize that. We've been docile for far too long. So it's high time for us to wake up and repent and keep these laws, statutes, and commandments, man, that was taken away from us, right? Due to our disobedience, bro. We got to come back and be obedient again. How you doing?
Safe, feed them judgment all day. Ain't for black parades, put the rest in the